Welcome back to WWE 2K24 MyGM mode. I am your host, attackslug. It is the go-home show for Hell in a Cell. And Triple H wants me to rest my primary solo champions this week, which I would assume means men's and ladies, but not mid-card, which is LA Knight. And I don't know if that's going to be a feasible possibility. So if I were to book a call-out promo from the champion or from the challenger, which is Gunther, to the champion, Sami Zayn, I know that much will count for, hey, he's resting, he's not there being called out. And similarly, if I did the same thing for Charlotte to Bayley, that makes sense. But then if I book LA Knight here in a promo, yeah, and he's a 4, should be a 5 on promo, yeah, then what matches do I have to even book here? That's the problem, right? That's the entire issue here on a very limited roster, is I got nobody to book, and that's going to be an issue heading towards PLE, heading towards pay-per-view. So I would like to do that, Triple H. It's just not going to happen. So I'm sorry, but it's just not going to happen. That power card, well, yes, we are booking LA Knight in a promo, but otherwise, nah. So LA Knight's doing charity here, so, and that's whose game it is, with everybody saying LA Knight. But I will book the ladies in the main event. So Bayley and Charlotte will, yes, fail that commissioner goal, but it is what it is. They are at level 2 on that rivalry, and otherwise our level 3 rivalry is going to open the show with our tag teams, which will hopefully resolve itself on pay-per-view. So tag teams, standard, regular, Kit and Grayson versus Andre Chase and Trick. And Trick is pissed about being with Chase, but it is what it is. We're almost done here, guys, so just let it go for 2 more shows, this show and next show, and then we're good on those. But we also have the Braun Breaker deal, and perhaps I will rest Gunther and Sami. I don't know yet. So, yeah, Braun Breaker, this is the last week of Adrian Buck, so bye-bye. See you later. And then, do I put Sami and Gunther in the mid-card, or would I have them open the show? They perhaps will open the show, so we're going to book that. Or, well, we'll see. I'm going to go look at my logistics first, and then we'll figure it out. But right now, that's how my card is looking for this Raw. Obviously, continuing the charity from one Clay Courtman. And then Shinsuke perhaps can rest up here. So that might be the deal with that. And honestly, LA Knight is the one who needs to rest up, but he wanted the promo. I'm giving him what he wants. So otherwise, I only have 1 asset, so no buying of any show logistics this week. We have our usual thing where I don't want to change the class of Gunther just yet, but obviously after this cycle, then sure, a different feud for him. Not being a giant would be quite good, but right now, not so much. We got physio, we got promotion, which I'm going to use on Monday next week, and we have limited stock, is whatever. Beginner's luck, health spa, and pre-match physio, and I don't need these, like, right now, but honestly, I might just buy the health spa and then use the physio on LA Knight on pay-per-view tomorrow, and then use health spa afterwards to get him all rested up for his next thing. So I'm going to buy that here and, plan these things out and try to at least get them the way they should be. But we are currently in the top spot. We are currently rank 1 in first place, but can we hold that? That's the question with our fan career challenges, our season challenge trophies, and all of that. It's, yeah, I'm still on top in the budget, and now on top in the ratings, which is good, but can I maintain? We shall see. Because we know that if somebody gets a trophy, then how much fans they have kind of don't matter because they get the trophy, and then therefore they win the season, and that's the whole thing there. So I do want to do what we got to do here, which is book more interferences, book more call-outs, and yeah, you know, get more popularity. Why so many Fatal 4-Ways? I don't know. I don't want to do talent scouts until after pay-per-view, when I'm going to need them to perhaps book some new rivalries and so on and so forth. So I feel like, again, we have one unbooked promo. I can put in Shinsuke here, but Shinsuke here not the best on his promos, and is that even worth spending the money on to get him up higher in popularity? We'll try it. You know what? We shall try it at 26K here on this show for the go-home on Hell in a Cell. Triple H, I'm sorry. Again, I've failed you. It is what it is. Let's confirm that booking and see how things fare against my opponents. I don't want to book gimmicks until tomorrow, because gimmicks cost stamina, and that's a thing you need to save. So, here we go. Monday Night Raw opens with your champion, your challenger, non-title, 2-3. It is indeed Gunta with the win, 3 stars, and level 3 now for pay-per-view. Thank you. Self-promo got 0. That's why I spent money on that, and it got me nothing. So, that's the risk you run with a guy who does not have good skills in the promo department. Anyhow, tag teams, playa. They get 2. Wilson and Waller again continue their dominance. It does not grow rivalry, but they're already at 3, so it ends tomorrow on pay-per-view. Clay Cortman is still pretty good with those charity promos. Can't get mad at that. Meanwhile, Braun Breaker, Adrian Buck, we are done with this business, so it don't matter what it does, but Braun, as he should, 2 stars, bro, who cares? Who cares? LA Knight, let me talk to you, yeah! And your main event, the Women's Tag Team Champions, going 1-on-1 again. I need to hire more women, and it was great. 3.5, thank you. Over on SmackDown, we have Logan Paul, Tony D'Angelo opening with that IC title with an Austin Theory run-in. It is indeed Logan Paul, 4 stars, amazing, and still the social media sensation. This show has no promos on it, so Theodore Long, what are you doing, playa? Blair and Piper versus Zoe and Katana in that tag team, and Zoe and Katana win the matchup. 2 stars, mediocre. Mid-card tag team, MVP Giovanni Vinci versus Orton and Creed. And a reminder, Orton is your world champion. You should book him in world title matches. 2.5 stars on that tag team feud, and it's Orton 2 belts. And Alexa Bliss versus Tamina for the women's title. Alexa's mandatory rematch clause. Tables match. Alexa, victorious. 4.5 stars. Gets back that SmackDown women's title. Over on the black and gold, Mitch and Mia Yim, Rhea Bloody Ripley, non-title opens the show. It is indeed Mia Yim. It was 3 stars. They are at level 4 on their rivalry. Candice LeRae gets +1. Fatal 4-Way. William Regal wants that trophy. Wolfgang, Duke Hudson, Dirty Dom, and Damian Priest. So infighting in Judgment Day. But Wolfgang gets the win. It was 2 stars, mediocre, and now Dom and Priest are a new rivalry. And Wolfgang and Hudson get another level. I think that's new. That didn't happen last year in Fatal 4-Way, so cool. Valhalla gets 1 more level on that. Mid-card tag team titles, NXT. Your reigning, defending Strowman and Gable against Eric and Kaiser and New. 3 stars. It was good. And Extreme Rules, non-title, Finn Balor and Otis. Okay, sure. Otis, I'm coming. 4 stars, amazing. Level 3 rivalry. And ECF&W Fatal 4-Way, Tiffy Time, Gigi, Zaya, and Shayna getting it on here in a brand that has no women's title, but it is indeed Tiffy Time. Good for her. Carmelo Hayes gets +1. Cameron Grimes and Drew Gulak. Non-title. It is Drew Gulak with the win. It was 2.5. It was okay. Mid-card tag team Ciampa and Truth versus Big Bronson Reed and Dijak. That is some big, meaty men slapping meat. And they lose to Truth and 1/2 of DX. 2.5 stars, new rivalry. And the Giant Omos again, back with Apollo Crews for that World TV title. EC Dubs. Can he regain it? Yes, he can. Omos, once again, that TV champion. 4 stars. Amazing. And so, Raw gets a poor opener. Look, I thought the tag teams usually underperform because they're all 5 on their stat level. They're not, like a 10 or 15 or a 20. Like, Gunta's a 20, right? Zayn is a 15. So, bro, I don't know. I've seen them just do badly, and I thought, all right, don't open the show. And apparently, even with that, they did better than I thought they would do. So that sucks for me. In the meantime, we have amazing booking for SmackDown. Good job, Team Teddy. Good on NXT, and good for EC Dubs. Which means we did 56,000 in our fan change and 41K in the budget, kind of maintaining there a little bit. But it feels like L8 Night Mania at Raw right now. Yeah, Gunta and Zayn, long live this rivalry. Well, we're going to end it on the show tomorrow, but, SmackDown does 50K, and they make 55. NXT does 44, and they make 36. And Paul Heyman does 44, and EC Dubs makes 60K, which still leaves me in the lead of the ratings, but I gotta start booking more Fatal 4-Ways and other various things to make sure that if they hit a trophy, that I hit a trophy. Because I'll be damned to lose that again on my first playthrough on this year's GM mode. But we are at an 18,000 or so fan lead at the moment. And honestly, the budgets here have kind of evened out. So we're not doing that much differently than 4th place William Regal with NXT. So that's a thing to think about. Hell in a Cell. Oh, here we go. Just a minute, playa. Remove all match bonuses and quality boosts, plus set match XP gain to very low for all opposing brands. That's a really good card to have, Teddy. Good God. Look, don't underestimate Theodore Long. Regal, though. Power of the punch. So all superstars on their roster lose 5 popularity at the start of next week. I can't believe he did that to me. I get it. I'm in first place, so I understand. All cards are going to be aimed at my head. But man, that's a... And there's Paul. Extreme rules applied. Block all opposing brands from using 3 randomly selected champions in next week's show. So Bailey, Waller, and Knight can't work this show? Is that what they're saying here? Clay Cortman. Man, this is going real sideways. Clay Cortman. His contract is up. 5 weeks for $5,000? Yes, let's do that. And a variety of options here, right? So, I could say, hey man, sounds great. 5K for 5 weeks. That's $1,000 a week. That's nothing. I could say, all right, how about less? I could say, how about 9K for 10 weeks, which is honestly a savings for me, for 16K end of the season, or nah, I'm good. I'm just going to say, hey man, that's a good offer. We're going to do that. That's fine. But I love having the options though. Fantastic. So, you're not going to like this, but Waller, Knight, and Bailey cannot work your pay-per-view. So my U.S. title, out. My women's title, out. And my tag team title, out. That's really, really bad. I found some local talent for you. Don't let it happen again. It wasn't my choice, Triple H. It wasn't... Blame Paul Heyman. because this is all Paulie's fault. That schemer, that advocate, that tribal council. It's a problem. Trick Williams is tired of losing. He wants a win. And Braun Breaker wants to team with Cortman as an awesome tag team. Sure. You know what? I don't have any teams here for this show because I don't have one half of my tag team champions. So sure, let's do that. All right, your first PLE every 5 weeks. Talent have been added to take pity on you because of what happened with Power Card. They have lower stats and are on 1-week contracts. So avoid injuries, avoid releases, keep them happy. No, I did all that. This is all Paul Heyman's fault. What do you want from me? What do you want from me on that? That's absurd. So, yes. Oh, so who's now in my roster here for this show? Like, Andrea Cannon is here. Northern Light is here. Yeah, that's just real nasty on the part of Paul Heyman. And again, I'm in first place, so I get it. So we'll find out tomorrow how the hell I'm going to book Hell in a Cell. At least I can run Gunther and Sami Zayn for the world title. There's at least that. So I'm attackslug. I'll see you here. I'll see you next time on this show. And I'm out.